Hey, how's it going? Welcome back. And got a bit of a different look going on here. Shout out to my friend Evie who got me this beautiful green screen. So now we can be anywhere. Trying something a little different this year. First video of the year. Let's go. Woo. And I've been thinking a little bit about my media goals for this year. And, I don't really have life goals anymore. I just have media goals. That's just kind of how it is these days. And so I want to try a bunch of different things. And I'd like to start with that here. Part of this, I've been thinking about the movie Marty Supreme. And, hang on, let me actually show you something. You like this? Check this out. Whoa, looky there, right? So pretty fun. Now, of course, in Marty Supreme, there's a lot of different things you can think about in this movie. But one thing that has kind of stayed steady in my mind is this moment where he's talking to Rachel and like, I have a very important thing that I can accomplish, and I have to really focus in so that way I can achieve this thing.
I have a purpose. And if you think that's some sort of blessing, it's not. It means I have an obligation to see a very specific thing through. And with that obligation comes sacrifice.
Of course, I don't know that the movie is necessarily saying that that is the correct way to be, but just this whole idea is kind of something that has been on my mind a little bit, that if I could just lock in a little bit, I can achieve something cool. Lock in and achieve greatness. So, I don't know. I just want to try a little bit of that. I want to try to lock in a little bit and focus more on the things that I want to do. I have a lot of thoughts about media. That's why I put videos here. And so I want to maybe try this, maybe trying some weekly video, and we'll just see how it goes. I have these ideas for longer videos and more intense videos that require research and scripting and stuff like that. But I think making videos and just putting stuff out there will hone the skill, will hone my stuff, and allow me to just talk about a bunch of random little things that I don't usually have the time to get to. And then the moment passes and I'm like, well, what the hell? So that's what we're trying here. Okay, let's just do it. I also want to hit some topical stuff. Critics' Choice Award just happened on Sunday. I saw some of it live, but I want to see the full list now because we're in award season. That means we're in list season, and I love list here. This is great. Okay. Best Picture, One Battle After Another. Best Director, Paul Thomas Anderson, One Battle After Another. Okay, we're getting some One Battle After Another stuff. Timothée Chalamet, Marty Supreme for Best Actor. Okay, let's go. Best Actress, Jessie Buckley, expected. Best Supporting Actor, Jacob Elordi for Frankenstein. Okay, Amy Madigan for Weapons of the Wind. Okay, all right. So this is shaping up to be a bit of an interesting thing. Miles Catton for Sinners. Best Casting, Sinners, of course. Ryan Coogler, Best Original Screenplay for Sinners. Best Adapted Screenplay, One Battle After Another. Okay, Best Cinematography, Train Dreams. I gotta see that one. Best Editing, F1. F1 heads out there, where are we? Best costume design, Frankenstein. Best production design, Frankenstein. Okay, best score, Sinners. Okay. One Battle After Another. I love that score. I don't know. Best song, Golden from K-Pop Demon Hunters. Best hair and makeup, Frankenstein. Best sound, F1. This is looking pretty good. Best visual effects, Avatar, Fire and Ass. Best stunt design, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Fair enough. Best animated feature, K-Pop Demon Hunters. Best comedy, Naked Gun. I'm a fan. Best foreign language film, The Secret Agent. I got to see it the other day. Love that movie. I was behind a tall person the whole time, so I had to, do a little of this to see every time, the subtitles every time. But wow. Okay. Critics' Choice Award. Me and the critics, we're on the same wavelength around here. Television, of course, I am not up to date on television as much as I should be, but The Pit's got some stuff. I got to watch Pluribus. Tremel Tillman for Severance. Studio, but I do, you got Studio, you got Elementary, and this is what Best Limited Series, Adolescence. This is one of the things that I want to lock in a little bit on, is I have to watch Adolescence. So this week, you're keeping me to this. This week, I'm going to watch Adolescence. So before you see me next week, I will have watched it and I will have my thoughts. So, because we're locking in on Limited Series, I'm getting back into it. Sarah Snook, All Her Fault. Owen Cooper, Adolescence. Aaron Doherty, Adolescence. And then Squid Game, okay. SNL 50th Anniversary Special last week tonight. Okay. Critics' Choice Awards. Like I said, me and the critics, we're kind of in one mind around here. So we'll see. I think the Golden Globes are happening this Sunday. So we'll see what happens with that. Okay. Also, with some recent stuff, let's pop over to letterboxd. And I have my 2025 letterboxd wrapped. 261 films logged, 255 films reviewed, 468 hours watched. I'm a movie guy. What can I say? Most watched actor Michael Cera. This is interesting to me. I know he was in The Running Man and Phoenician Scheme, and that's all I can think of that I've seen. And then Chad Stahelski. I'm not even sure what Mr. Chad here has directed. So can I click on this? Yes, I can. Oh, John Wick. Okay. What else did I see Michael Cera in? I didn't know you could click on this. This is pretty cool. Okay, The Running Man, Phoenician Scheme, Confessions of a Dangerous Mind. He was in that. Command Z, Superbad, Christmas. Oh, wow. I watched much more Michael Cera than I thought I did this year. Huh. Fascinating. Highly rated 2025 films, War of the Worlds, of course, Sinners, Frankenstein. War of the Worlds is the highest rated movie of this year. That's the highest one I've rated. Interesting. Let's see. Most I watched was September 1st through the 7th. I don't really know what I was doing that period, but that's interesting. Most watched day, Sunday. It's got to be day off. First watch, Baby Girl. Last watch, One Battle After Another. Of course. I like they updated this. I added this later, so that's cool that they updated this. Diary of Milestones 50th, Office Space, One of Them Days, Little Miss Sunshine, Wedding Banquet, and Sentimental Value. Pretty good. Crude humor and satire is my most watched theme. Does it give me any sort of... This is interesting. Huh. Okay. And then my most watched nano genre, Power, Unsettling Fear. What? I'll bring her back. Yep. Okay. Huh. All right. Well, this is fascinating to me. No. Okay. Well, I don't know how to get the list back, so we're just gonna go with that. And so that's letterboxd wrapped. Let's go. Let's hope to another great 2026. Can I get up to 300 this year? We will see. Okay. All right. We're moving on to a little bit of some letterboxd updates. In the past week, I haven't watched anything too crazy. On Wednesday, I had, it's mostly rewatches that I was home for the holidays with these 4 movies. And then the newest one, Air Force One, I watched this because I've been watching plane movies for some stuff. So there might be something coming down the way about plane movies. So stay tuned. Do you love staying tuned? It's my favorite thing to tell you to do. Okay, so let's see what else we got going on. Oh, one thing that I also want to do is I really want to make an effort to watch more documentaries this year. So one documentary a week, one battle after another, one documentary after another. So I want to try watching like 52 documentaries basically, and one a week. We'll see how that ends up working out. But so that's my goal. So we'll see how that goes. I've hit a lot of good stuff here. I think the last thing, main topic for today. Let's hit the title topic. Is that I got not a dirty Santa, Secret Santa gift of this poster. Check this out. Top 100 movies of all time and genres. So check it. Pretty interesting. I love good something like this because I love a good list. And so I made a letterbox list. You can go check this out if you want to, of all the movies. And it was interesting putting this together because I feel like this is a very specific type of person. It says of all time and all genres and movies, but it does seem like a certain type of, I would argue, male viewer of a certain generation because, there's very few 2010 stuff on here. You've got like the Pet Sematary remake and Bohemian Rhapsody and like some other stuff, but it doesn't really seem like a film person. It seems more like a normie film goer, I would say. I'd wager to say. There's a lot of stuff from the 2000s. Some classics like Jaws and Scream and Home Alone and stuff like that. But then like Maze Runner, and you got some other different types of stuff like Twilight's on here. So they sprinkle in a couple things. Dr. No, The Searchers. They got some older stuff. But Lara Croft Tomb Raider, but you know, just some weird like 2000 stuff, like The Butterfly Effect, The Illusionist. I think they have Illusionist on here, not The Prestige. What does that make sense? So it's kind of weird, all that to say. And I'm going to watch all these movies. Some of them I have already watched, but I think I'm generally going to go, if I haven't logged it, I'm going to rewatch it, even if I've watched it before. The only thing that is not going to hold true for is I am not going to rewatch the Avatar movies. So I went back through my text, and I was like, what? When did I watch those? Can I place it so that way I can accurately time them? Because I'm sorry, I don't want to rewatch Avatar, so I'm not going to do that. But I am going to rewatch pretty much all these that I haven't logged, and maybe a couple that I have that I want to watch again with people. But yeah, I'm going to watch Transformers for the first time. I'm going to see a lot of classic movies. So this is going to be interesting. Look at this. What is this? What is this? The number 23. So this is going to be interesting. I think maybe my whole personality will change after I watch all these movies. So you will see, maybe I can try to figure out through doing this, what type of person is this poster targeted at for? This is if you want to see, this is Divalis brand gifts. So I don't know who they're trying to target, but it's not a modern, like, my generation film goer necessarily. So we'll see. Maybe I'll learn something about myself. I'm probably going to finish this before the end of the year. I don't know that it'll take me all year, but yeah, fantastic. See, why would you put Fantastic Beasts? Oh, okay. Okay. Fantastic Beasts is on here and not Get Out. Like, that's what you picked from the 2010s. There's like, and you know, nothing from the 2020s, of course. Very few foreign language films, if any. Okay. We'll see. So stay tuned for that. And that was the big thing that I wanted to talk about, just this weird little poster I got. I mean, I'm still excited to see this go. This is going to be an interesting experience for you and me. So, yeah, here's a bit of the stats of what we've been up to. I've been watching some Smiling Friends, some Heated Rivalry. You saw the movies. No books. I've seen one album so far this year, or listened to one album so far this year, 21 Pilots. You know, we don't have to get into that, but there's a couple songs on there that are all right. And yeah, these are the media notes. I don't think I have anything else I want to talk about. If you have anything, feel free to drop it below, and I guess I'll see you next week. We'll see if this is fun. Okay. Bye. See you next week.